Thomas Frank, as he seeks to appease and to progress, is hamstrung by a brutal list of absentees. In front of his ever-present goalkeeper Guglielmo Vicario, Kevin Danso is the latest injury victim. Van der Ven doesn't make it, so Radu Dragusin starts a league game for the first time in more than a year. And Joao Palhinha possibly is expected to deputise again as a third centre-back. Jed Spence is now missing too, so without Pedro Porro, it's Archie Gray at wing-back. At least the two fit strikers scored in midweek, so Randall Kolo Muani and Dominic Solanke are both included from the start here. In all, 11 first-team players are not available. 5 of the substitutes have never kicked a Premier League ball. Well, it's 10 years today since Pep Guardiola was announced as the incoming Manchester City boss. He has a few missing today also. Gianluigi Donnarumma in goal, having won his midweek joust with Victor Osimhen. Mark Gahey couldn't play that European game, but is back in central defence now. And Ryan Ait-Nouri makes his first league start since August. So Nico O'Reilly could join Rodri, back from European suspension, in midfield. Antoine Semenyo is another not yet registered for the Champions League. He, of course, is good for this, though, with Doku injured. And after a rare day on the bench last weekend and the relocation of his shooting boots on Wednesday, Erling Haaland is in from the start. Foden, Marmoush, Reinders, potential game changers on the bench. Died to dealing without senior defenders.
Yeah, they both look like makeshift defences at best. We obviously know the quality of Romero, we know the quality of the other end of Gahey, but Dragusin is going to be important. He's going to against Haaland, Cherky, Semenyo at certain points in the match. It's how he plays.
Lost the ball again.
Maybe the guy at the other end that's played alongside Gahey, Kusanov, who will determine who wins this football match. They've both got to step into the shoes of what would be more prominent centre-backs that are not playing for these two clubs right now.
City have won here on their last 2 visits. Spurs then to avert rebellion, just to stick to the mid-table pack. Manchester City to keep their breath on Arsenal's neck. Wani rises. Here's Archie Gray from the right side of Tottenham's defence, and there is Gary Trevino, apparently on the right of a 3.
Yeah, it would be what would play back there in a 3 or 4 field. Settled in that right centre-back role.
Which is where he played Wednesday alongside Romero and Danso. He's not available today. Alongside Mark Gahey, playing away from home for Manchester City for the first time. O'Reilly. Doggy. Back in favour, perhaps out of necessity in truth, Yves Bissouma. Who is on the bench today for Spurs. Ball towards Solanke, pumped away by Kusanov and sent out by Rodri.
I think it's a good tactic by Spurs to get the ball forward into Colomboani and Solanke. The early parts of the game.
Haaland was scoring again midweek. Antoine Semenyo scored against Spurs with his last touch for Bournemouth. And he drew a sharp stop from Vicario.
Perfect position there to take on Pauli in that channel.
They're playing a back 3.
This is an important selection too.
Yeah, it's a really good turn by Haaland. And then Paulina just does what most defenders would do in his position, which is just to back off.
So it's so good.
Manchester City might get it simple. Win this and they go to within 4 points of Arsenal, and they've yet to play, they've still to play to the end of the season.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. I mean, get the win today. Ireland's back in form, score after 5, so excited to see what happens.
After a lead from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, the Spurs against Manchester City, each commentary team of Gary Neville and Peter Drury.
And so, what is next in the complex storyline of Tottenham Hotspur? First up, from the white wall, of course, a warm enough welcome. It has, after all, been a good week. But behind all that, behind the instinctive wave of affection, this is a tricky room to read. The dynamic here is fragile, the people are restless. And so today, in the face of City's elite title chasers, Tottenham demand of themselves to put on a show.
Fourth officials indicating there will be minimum.
Pô, já vi.
For the latest instalment, less than 5 minutes to kick off as the teams emerge from the tunnel at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Spurs, remember, one of their highs in a difficult Premier League season so far under Thomas Frank has been a win over Manchester City at the Etihad by 2-0. Can they, with all these players missing, get something out of this one? But City, of course, desperate for the 3 points to reduce the gap at the top of the Premier League to 4 points again behind the leaders, Arsenal. So a reminder of the team news: Spurs decimated again. First team regulars unavailable to Thomas Frank. The men added to the list: Spence and Danzo. So they really are decimated defensively. That means that Dragusin Romanian starts for Spurs for the first time in over a year. John Almeida is actually playing in a front three and right wing back. Also starting Guardiola, who's able to keep the third game running, but he's also